Last chapter, we saw Theophilus and Isolde raided once again by an unusual species they had yet to encounter. In the way they had to fight to protect their lives and home from these tentacled beings. We also saw that through persuasion and adequate care and compassion, a steadfast enemy could become a staunch ally. We saw that friends could be hosted as guests in unorthodox locations there at the clinic, and that refugees would continue to seek shelter and help, asking for protection from the forces that followed them, bringing with them a whole new set of woes and foes, forcing combat upon the Ebony Cross once again. And of course, with any combat comes the inevitability of demise. But amidst all this darkness and despair, there was a ray of hope as marriage and love blossomed. Hello friends, welcome back to Rimworld, a story generator by Tyne and Sylvester. This is Mindless Max, welcoming you back once again to the world of the Clinic of the Ebony Cross, where we rejoin Isolde and company shortly after the marriage of Isolde to Theophilus. If we look here in Isolde's bio, her last name is now Diogenes, same as Theo's is. And still celebrating the marriage is where we begin. The Moon Elves have sent a war merchant our way. That could at least get rid of these weapons from the tribals that had been pursuing Bakruda. On examining the wares of this war merchant, Theophilus has decided to sell off all of the weapons save one steel Iqua, which will be going to our new squiddly friend. And we don't want anything they have. But thank you for coming by. As Theophilus was creatively inspired, and the only artistically inclined member of the Ebony Cross, he was put to work forming a wooden sculpture, a large wooden sculpture, and put together the following, which he entitled Image with Family. And on this carving is a depiction of a rock. I do not think Theophilus's family life has ever been good. Loramis, a 174-year-old hunter, has called us from nearby. She's begging to join us. There's some kind of threat following her, but she's unwilling to say what it is or when it might follow. She's also unwilling to tell you anything more about herself. Again, someone in need. Very well. Welcome, Loramis. She is. And she is a wood elf. Who is an excellent cook. And quite skilled with medical as well as shooting and melee. Though she comes with no weapon. We do have a spare bullpup rifle for her, so put her on that. Now, though her cooking skill isn't high yet, she's only at 2. Theophilus is only at 3. And she will be learning quite a bit faster than him. She also has more of an interest in plants than Bakruda does, though they're on par for skill. Just having both of them run the garden for now will be a good idea. Something otherworldly has arrived to stalk our people. Migo drones, 5 of them. Very well. Theophilus, Lorimus is old. It is nighttime. Wall. We will defend ourselves. Run, Vol. Fight back. Fight back, Vol. Vol is not doing very well. Zold cannot fight them. Armies. Isolde is using herself as a distraction. Bakruda, please come rescue Lorimes. I'm shooting the one closer to you, Theo. One remains. That's the last of them. Theo. No, Isolde. Rescue Vol. You are the fastest. Theo, your health. You are slightly injured, but not badly. These will have to be incinerated. Immediately starts carrying the Vol. After bandaging a couple of his wounds, she moves over to tend to Lorimis. Theophilus is trying to rest in bed, but we need him to move, please. Go to carry in our things for now. Lormies is now in better shape than Vool. Perhaps we can finish bandaging her up. Lormies, she's getting a meal. Okay. She must be hungry. No, she's not. Yes, come back to rest. She has collapsed once more. Full. Nearly patched. His old really must feed. She used a lot of vitae. She can do this once. She's certain that Lorimis will not perish from her wounds. There. She hurries out to the wildlife outside. It's not much, but it'll have to do for now. Theo still needs his tending. There. And in the wake of the battle with the Migo, some visitors from the Moon Pack have arrived. Werewolves, perhaps coming to see if all the noise they heard meant we were here no longer. Regrettably, the Migos were not even the danger that was following Lormies. This quest is still active. So we have another danger still on its way. Something to keep in mind. To everyone's delight, Lormies has already surpassed Leo's skill in cooking. Perhaps food poisoning will be a thing of the past. The Red Pit Nation has returned. Apparently Lormis was supposed to marry the child of Legua Raptor Roma, leader of the Red Pit Nation. She became drunk before the ceremony and vomited on the altar, a flagrant insult towards Raptor's whole family. They will prepare for a while before attacking, but there are quite a few of them. 12 humans and a single half-orc. This could prove problematic. With Lormes and Vul still healing from the Migo attack. May have an unusual option here. Theo is going to do something risky. He's going to attempt to enrage this wild pod. As the tribespeople from the Red Pit Nation begin their assault. Here it comes. He hurries back inside. They are attacking the windmills over by the residences. They've been smashed to pieces. The wild pod is after their people. Is old. That has been wild, to say the least. Finally, they're fleeing. The Ebony Cross retreats indoors. At some point, someone lit fire over there. The wild pod is badly injured, but will survive. Eight more corpses, including the half-orc. But someone did bring a fair supply of herbal medicine. Isolde will come put the wild pod to sleep, and life can return to normal. Alright, Lormes. We suffered some losses, particularly our new windmills for the residential area. But you are now safe. It would seem that the Red Pit Nation is very easy to get on the bad side of. The Blue Hound clan, though initially hostile to us, a group of Vikings, just over time have improved their views on us on their own, and are now considered neutral and may actually send us trade caravans. Just good news. Fewer enemies is always a good thing. Oh, goods trader from the dynasty of Gatto has arrived. This is good. We can certainly get rid of a number of things with them. Dark Elves. Theo. Alright, we are going to be getting rid of a fair number of our excess leathers that we don't need, as well as a couple articles of clothing that are in tatters. But otherwise, there's nothing that they have that we wish to purchase from them. Pair of interesting bees. Perhaps those? In return, we could give you this light magical leather. Some of the pig skin. There. And in return, we take all of their silver. That raised our relations with them by 2 points. Theophilus, would you please haul in this queen? Where's the drone? Apparently, most of their bees were destroyed by the temperature while they waited outside, including the organic drone we thought we had purchased. Unfortunate. Once more, something otherworldly has come to stalk our people. More Amigo. 6 of them this time. At least it is happening at night. Zold drinks some blood from the Griffin. Here they come. Theophilus. No enemies. Cool. It is old. One down. Once more, Isolde shifts to her tenebrous form, making her immune to harm. And they are safe. The Migo, seeing their bodies has driven Balkaruga mad. he's going to attack anyone he sees, which is going to be very unfortunate for him. He's attacking the Griffin, which thankfully did not go hostile from this. Garuda needs rescuing. We now have some visitors from the Butistan kingdom passing by and saying hello. They're actually from a civil medieval kingdom, which is nice. Bakaruga's back on his feet after his ill-advised assault on a griffin. He is in a very poor mood. Transhumanist. He is in intense pain, yes. And sick with muscle parasites, of course. Theophilus was attacked by a warg who was desperate for food and taken down by it, but luckily Lorames was nearby and managed to gun down the warg before it could consume him. He is alive, but not in good condition. Isolde will need to treat him immediately. At last, drug production. In order to get medicine production, we will have to research microelectronics first. However, battery power may be the next best move, as we do constantly run out of electricity. Theophilus has reached age 40, and unfortunately has gained asthma due to his age. Unfortunate that. Still suffering from his muscle parasites, and from his attack by the warg, though that is nearly healed. Iljar here was stuck with her slug, attempting to tame it and mount it, whatnot, for quite a while, and has finally collapsed from hunger. Isolde is rescuing her. Iljar has recovered from her starvation. She's slowly getting better. Is attempting to rejoin her caravan once more. And with that, her relations with Anturia have improved even further. Iljar made it off the map completely fine and healthy. And that is where we're going to call it a day. We have completed the outer wall to the settlement. This way our windmills will no longer be destroyed by raiders quite so easily. And everyone is healthy and well, save for Theophilus's asthma. So have a good night, and we'll see you again here in the world with the Clinic of the Ebony Cross with Isolde and company.